This is the video of the 45 minutes worth of speeches from JetBlue's Presque Isle inaugural. For the actual trip video, please hit the link in the description below.
Presque Isle, got a few words if anyone wants to come up and listen. First off, my name is Dan Blake. I'm JetBlue's Director of Airport Operations. I'm based here in Boston. I actually oversee the New England region. Want to just first off say thanks for everyone for being here on another special day for us here at JetBlue. This is an exciting day. We are starting our expanding our New England presence, and this is our first ever flight from Boston to Presque Isle, Maine. I know a lot of hard work has gone into this. There's a team up there in Presque Isle hard at work right now, but I do want to acknowledge some of our partners who have joined us here for the celebration. Many of them will be speaking. We've got Robert Fury, our Senior Vice President and Division Manager of Aviation Service for Hoyle Tanner. And we've got Larry Camerlin, President of Angel Flight, New England. I'd also like to make sure we send a warm thanks to all of our JetBlue crew members from near and afar who made this possible. It takes a lot to start a new city, and a lot of hard work has gone into this over the last few weeks and months. But to start things off, we're going to have a few folks come up here and join us and say a few words, and I'd like to introduce our own Jeff Goodell, who's our Vice President of Government and Airport Affairs. Jeff.
Cheers. Thank you, Dan, and good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is an exciting day. Before I get started, I do want to join Dan in again thanking our partners and our crew members who have worked tirelessly to make today possible. It's incredible to think that we're an airline that in just 24 years has grown from a small carrier to now serving more than 100 destinations across the United States, the Caribbean, Latin America, Canada, and Europe. And as the leading leisure carrier in Boston, we are committed to continue investing and growing across New England, and to flying New Englanders, I should be able to say that, New Englanders to the destinations they want to fly to. We recently announced an expansion in New England, including year-round service in some of the most popular leisure routes from Boston Logan, which will add 20% more seats in the region year over year this winter. This added service and the new routes are aimed at connecting more New Englanders to the premium leisure destinations they want to go to. And today we're making good on that growth as we are thrilled to launch service between Boston and Presque Isle and to become part of the Northern Maine community. The new JetBlue service will do something we've heard for some time from the people of Northern Maine. It will restore the historic and convenient link that had existed between Boston and Presque Isle. We are happy and grateful that the U.S. Department of Transportation saw the value of this service and selected us to provide essential air service at Presque Isle. And today, with the addition of Presque Isle and soon Manchester, New Hampshire, JetBlue proudly leads the way in both Boston and New England, boasting the most mainline service from Boston, the most non-stop destinations of any carrier out of Boston, and the most flights from Boston and New England to California, Florida, and the Caribbean. All right, thank you. Here's the big news. To celebrate today's launch, and through Monday, customers can take advantage of a $29 one-way fare when they book through jetblue.com. So, as many of you know, at JetBlue, everybody on board gets all the JetBlue perks that they know and love. The most legroom in coach, on-demand entertainment, at every seat, complimentary snacks and drinks, and free high-speed Wi-Fi. And of course, we've got the best crew members in the industry. We are excited and we are ready to bring that great service and that great customer experience to Presque Isle, and we thank you for joining us today.
All right, thank you, Jeff. $29. You can do a day trip down to Boston for that price. I've got plenty to see here. Thanks again. All right, we'd like to welcome now Robert Fury, Senior Vice President and Division Manager of Aviation Service for Hoyle Tanner.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I'm Bob Fury. I'm the Director of Aviation Services for Hoyle Tanner and Associates. We're an engineering and planning company, and we have a close association with the Presque Isle Airport. But I'm here on behalf of the airport director, Scott Wardwell, and the entire city of Presque Isle for one singular message, which is thank you, JetBlue. They are so excited for this new service, and as you said, to help the traveling passengers for northern Maine. I can say from my part, our company is based in Manchester. We have offices in Chelmsford and in Yarmouth, Maine. This connection from Boston to Presque Isle is going to help us tremendously to do business in the northern Maine area. So for us, it's very personal. But again, the main message is thank you, JetBlue, on behalf of everybody. Scott and everybody is waiting for us up in Presque Isle, so that's where they will say their whole remarks. Just very quickly, we're lucky enough to be involved with the design of the new terminal for Presque Isle, which we just opened bids on and we'll start construction next year. And it is tripling the size of the terminal, modernizing it. It's a brand new terminal. And it's long awaited. They're so excited. We're excited to be a part of it. I'm here with Sarah Buchholz from AECOM. She is the prime architectural designer as well. It's been a great team effort. So we're excited to break ground on that project very soon. And that terminal will be very modernized, highly energy efficient, LED lighting, electric vehicle charge set-ins. As you can imagine, Presque Isle is a bit of a cold weather region, so the heating and ventilating design is very modernized. So the airport, although expanding, will probably see great improvements in energy efficiency, and the city is very proud of that. So that's all I had, and I really appreciate it, and thank you, JetBlue.
All right, thank you, Robert. All right, finally, I want to welcome Larry Camerlin, President of Angel Flight New England. Larry.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Jeff, for inviting me today to be part of this momentous occasion here today. You know, Angel Flight New England, we've been serving the Presque Isle area for over 28 years. As probably some of you know, you've heard about Angel Flight there. I think the big difference between Angel Flight New England and JetBlue is we have no flight attendants. Every seat's a window and an aisle. There's no cabin service, and it's a total of 4 to 6 seats. And we're very, very weather dependent. So we are absolutely thrilled to have JetBlue as our essential air services provider. We've been very, very blessed to be JetBlue's charitable partner for over 20 years. And they provide us with unlimited positive space seating for our patients and their families on their flights. And they will be not transactional in Presque Isle, but JetBlue will bring a transformative essence to Presque Isle, to your community, to the passengers who fly on JetBlue, and to our patients. They'll make a commitment to you that you have never seen by any other U.S. airline. And we've been their partner for over 20 years. They're outstanding, outstanding, generous people. And together we'll be able to provide patients who are going to medical care from Aroostook County unlimited, wonderful care, access to the best health care in the world. So thank you so much for JetBlue, and God bless.
All right. We will now do a quick ribbon cutting and get you on your way. We know that we know that you can't wait to get up there. So on behalf of myself and the over 25,000 crew members here at JetBlue, I want to thank you for flying us, and we'll see you on board.
Shortly after the ribbon cutting and the speeches is when we boarded the inaugural JetBlue flight up to Presque Isle. Once we got up there were even more speeches. For the trip report video of this flight, the link will be in the description below.
All right. How is everybody this afternoon? First and foremost, I do want to say welcome to the Presque Isle International Airport, and thank you all so much for coming out today. This is a truly significant moment in aviation history here in Presque Isle. We have a long-standing, rich history of tradition, and this is just another great moment that we have. I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity, though. Mr. Kelly, Marty Kelly, Scott, can you come here, please? Scott, nope, come here. Marty, come here, please. Where's Becky? Becky? Becky, come on. Everybody's very shy. Everybody's very, very shy.
I'm not a good singer, I can tell you that.
So again, thank you folks for coming out today. My name is Tyler Brown. I have the honor of serving the team here in Presque Isle and the community in Presque Isle. I do really want to introduce you to three folks that blood, sweat, and tears made this happen. In my former life, I may have worked for an airline. We couldn't do it as fast as it was done today. We never did. These three individuals made this happen with a new structure, going from a Category 4 to a Category 3 security plan. There was so much that they had to put into this effort. So Scott, Marty, Becky, thank you so much for all the work you did to make this possible today. Without it, it wouldn't have happened. So thank you so much. And for those that don't know, Scott's wonderful wife and daughter had a great hand in this as well, and they are right back there as well. So thank you so much. But again, today really does mark a pretty significant moment in history here in Presque Isle. And I really want to welcome JetBlue to Presque Isle. Can we give a round of applause for JetBlue? Very nice, exciting, yeah. As we look towards the future and as far as aviation is concerned here in Presque Isle, we have such a bright future ahead. We have a new airport terminal on the way. We have a wonderful new partner with us here, and really just great things ahead, great moments ahead here in Presque Isle, and wonderful opportunity for our community to travel for a lesser cost and really be able to enjoy and experience other parts of the world. So this is a tremendous opportunity, and we're very blessed to have JetBlue here at our this is a vital gateway for Aroostook County. If you're coming to Northern Maine, you're coming to Presque Isle, and if you want to experience the outdoors and great people and a great community, people come here. So we really appreciate JetBlue for taking this on, and we really appreciate them coming in today. This is an amazing, amazing opportunity. That said, the city of Presque Isle, as we move forward in our partnership, we look forward to seeing many folks come through these doors, experience our new terminal space that was just recently completed outside for now, and then in a few years we'll have a brand new terminal we could probably throw a football at if we tried. So very exciting opportunity there, and that's a pretty big jet for Presque Isle, right? I mean, obviously we used to have bombers and things of that nature, but to see that Embraer out there and see a big jet, and then knowing we've got an A220 on the way with all the best and brightest, it's a pretty great blessing. So thank you very much for that, and we are very honored to welcome JetBlue. We're honored to welcome all the new visitors to Presque Isle, and say thank you to all of our community members that will be traveling in and out. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for being here. And I would like to, at this time, representing Senator Angus King, I'd like to introduce Jordan Medore, who is here to say a few words on his behalf. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. So before I speak on behalf of Senator King, I wanted to speak on my own behalf. Presque Isle is my home. It's where I'm from. It's where I was raised. And I love this community, and I love being able to share this community with new people. So I'd like just to take a moment to welcome our JetBlue team. I met some of you here already, but welcome to Aroostook County. Welcome to Presque Isle. Those of you who arrived on the plane today, welcome to my home. Senator King was not able to join us today, but he did ask that I read a brief remark on his behalf. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to add my voice to commemorate the first inaugural flight for the new contract into Presque Isle International Airport. Maine's regional airports play a critical role in connecting Maine people, local businesses, and communities to the same services and destinations as those in higher population areas. The U.S. DOT's Essential Air Service program connects over 170 small communities throughout the United States to necessary medical services that might only be available in larger cities. And it also increases the economic opportunities by attracting visitors and new businesses. Serving as a gateway to northern Maine, Presque Isle is home to a vibrant culture and a bustling industry. It is so exciting that the Presque Isle International Airport will give Maine people living and working here access to worldwide options for the travel that they need or choose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan, and thank you so much, Senator King, for sending those well wishes. At this time, I believe we have a ribbon cutting. Would like to cut the ribbon?
Historical Society and the president of the Air Museum. And if you can hear me okay, I'll just speak right from here. Presque Isle has a long history of aviation, and today is certainly a major milestone in that. As early as the late 1920s, aviation around the country started, and like many places, we had grass strips and areas on farms that people started to have planes. Some of our locals, General Grass is here. His grandfather was one of those first pilots in the late 1920s and 30s that was flying planes around our area. In 1931, the Presque Isle area business merchants decided that it would be a good idea to have an airport and to have a service coming to Presque Isle. By 1933, that was a reality. And since then, we've had commercial aviation here in the Star City. So we have a long history, like I say, dating back to that time. And remember that Presque Isle wasn't even a city till 1939. So this was very early in our history. Then the next thing that occurred here, which was transformational for the world, was World War II. And in 1940, the United States government came to Presque Isle and annexed what was known as the Presque Isle Airport. This became the Presque Isle Army Airfield. And in 40 days, they built 40 buildings. And they're probably the only group that built anything any faster than Marty's crew. So that started our enter into being a military installation. And the building you're standing in was the fire department and dates back over 80 years. And that's why we're looking forward to our new terminal. Throughout the entire war effort, Presque Isle served the world with all of the flights that went overseas on the North Atlantic route, and we were the beginning of that. We sent drugs, we sent military items and weapons, and all of the new planes that went on the North Atlantic route, because at the time it really wasn't possible to fly directly overseas. You had to take the Hawks to get there. So that effort is a great deal of what it was able for troops in Europe to get necessary supplies, and then, God forbid, the gentlemen that were hurt came back here to one of the most major hospitals that was the first one they came to on American soil, and that was located where today our community college is here on the airport. So after World War II ended, Presque Isle started a new mission, and that was one of a fighter base to protect the newly instituted Loring Air Force Base just to our north. And the antique hangars that are at the end of the airfield that you see nearest the runway had the F-86 and F-89 jets to protect the East Coast region. And soon after that, our very next mission was to be a SNART missile base. And that was commissioned around 1958, and we were the first nuclear installation in the United States to have an intercontinental ballistic missile. Luckily, we never had to fire it because they weren't very reliable, but they could fly the 6,000 miles from here over the North Pole to reach the Soviet Union. So Presque Isle has had many, many different items in its history that have led to great efforts for all around the country. So today, as I stand here, and I remember back to when I was a child, the last time we had a mainline carrier in this airport serving about 50,000 people a year was Delta Airlines that left in 1979. And today, the plane that just flew in matches the capacity of what Delta flew here some almost 50 years ago. So we are on a way, well past the 21,000 that served here last year. And I hope we get to the 50 and beyond. And I wish you all very, very my best wishes. And I hope that someday in our new Air Museum, we have a great big exhibit to JetBlue and to the transformational thing that it's going to do for our community and region. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for the incredible warm welcome. It really is a joy to be here. We before I really dig in, I do want to start with just big thank yous to JetBlue's partners, to our crew members who have worked tirelessly to transform the physical space over there that looks like it's been there forever, even though I understand just a couple of days ago there may have been some other logo on that wall. And to our partners at the airport, the city, the county, and more than anything else to the community for this very warm welcome. I will say I've been in JetBlue coming on 17 years, and I've gotten to go to a lot of places and start a lot of routes, and I don't think I've ever been welcomed as warmly as we have today. So thank you for that. It's incredible to think that JetBlue has been flying for 24 years now, and we've grown from a small carrier to an airline that now serves more than 100 destinations throughout the United States, the Caribbean, Latin America, Canada, and Europe. And we are the leading leisure carrier across New England. And we're committed to continuing to invest and grow in this region. Recently, in addition to today's new service here, we announced an expansion in New England, including year-round service in Portland, and expansion of some of the most popular leisure routes from Boston Logan, which will add about 20% more seats in New England year over year this winter. This added service and new routes are aimed at connecting more New Englanders to the premium leisure destinations they want to go to. So we are thrilled to officially launch service today to Presque Isle and to officially, I suppose, become a meaningful part, we hope, of the Presque Isle community and the Northern Maine community. We've heard from many people here as we pursued this opportunity that they were interested in restoring the traditional link that's existed between Presque Isle and Boston. And we are really honored to be able to make that happen. This new service also opens up exciting connection opportunities for Presque Isle's customers to many other cities and countries. In fact, our new service can take travelers from Northern Maine to Boston and beyond, with same terminal connections to over 50 destinations across the Americas and Europe, and those are only the destinations that JetBlue serves. With the addition of Presque Isle, and soon we will add Manchester, New Hampshire, JetBlue proudly leads the way in both Boston and in New England, with the most flights to California, to Florida, and to the Caribbean. We are grateful to the Presque Isle community and to the Department of Transportation for seeing the value of the connection and selecting us to provide essential air service here in Presque Isle. Here's the big news. To celebrate today's launch and through Monday, customers can take advantage of $29 one-way fares from between Boston and Presque Isle, either direction, if you book to jetblue.com. So, today's flight was fairly full, and I look forward to you telling all of your friends so that every flight is full going forward. Since we're a little new here, I'll tell you just a bit about JetBlue. We consider ourselves a high-value airline, and our philosophy is to offer an exceptional service and a competitive fare. We don't think a customer should have to choose between that great experience and a fair fare. And we ensure that every customer enjoys a great level of service. We also ensure that we provide everyone on board with all of the JetBlue perks that they know and they love. The most legroom in coach, live television, on-demand entertainment in every seat, complimentary snacks and soft drinks, and free high-speed Wi-Fi. And of course, what really makes the difference are the best crew members in this business. I am thrilled that we have so many JetBlue crew members here today. We thank you for the service you provide our customers and for the amazing experience that you will provide to travelers, our customers who travel from Presque Isle. To Northern Maine, to Presque Isle, we thank you for the warm welcome. We are so excited for you to experience what JetBlue has to offer, and we look forward to celebrating many more wonderful occasions. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Aroostook Board of County Commissioners, it is my pleasure to be here with all of you today to celebrate this new beginning for the city of Presque Isle, the Presque Isle International Airport, and our entire county as we welcome JetBlue to the crown of Maine. Commercial air service is a critical and fundamental component for economic development and vitality in rural areas like ours. Having reliable, trustworthy, and convenient connections is essential to our business community, our vacationing residents, and our institutions that rely on these services every day. And when we think about daily commercial air service here in Maine, Presque Isle really stands out, in my opinion, to being truly the only daily air service that not only serves residents and businesses in rural Maine, but is also located in rural Maine. In a report released just last month by the Rural Airline Association, there are 470 small community airports in the United States, and I believe Presque Isle is probably one of those. The air service to these airports generates $134 billion of economic activity in the respective communities. And in addition, the 570 small community airports creates 1 million jobs that generates another $36 billion in wages and commensurate tax revenue to the states and communities that receive commercial air service. For those communities, flights to hub airports and consequently one-stop service to cities around the world is critical. This connectivity enables businesses to be based either entirely or partly in these communities, like Presque Isle, and quite frankly throughout Aroostook County from Fort Kent to Holton. It enables travelers to more frequently visit friends and family and have access to premium services, such as healthcare, that may not be available in our own community. These are significant key quality of life factors. Aroostook County government has a long-standing history of providing financial support to the Presque Isle Airport, and we look forward to continuing that relationship on behalf of all taxpayers in our region. We truly believe that PQI is one of the many regional assets that we have here that needs the highest level of support and provides the highest level of attention to our communities that are served. We are looking forward to this new partnership, the JetBlue daily service to Boston, and the opportunities that will bring us here in the county. I want to personally thank and recognize Scott Wardwell, the airport manager who I've known for over 20 years. I was privileged to serve on his board for 6 years previously, and I cannot tell you of a more dedicated individual to ensuring quality air service to our community and region. Thank you, Scott. I also want to thank JetBlue for choosing to bid on this essential air service contract, and all of us at Aroostook County government are proud to be here today to support you, as well as the City of Presque Isle, the Airport Advisory Board, in this new and exciting partnership. Thank you very much.
Transportation Security Administration, Federal Security Director for the state of Maine, and appreciate the invite. It's a great privilege to be here today and join in on this joyous occasion. What really embarks into a new era for aviation for this airport and the city of Presque Isle. And as we look forward, I do want to just take a quick moment to reflect on the path that Scott is here. For the general public who may not be too familiar with aviation, I can tell you that it's probably, if not the most complex an elaborate mode of transportation that we have. It's the numerous regulations, laws, and security measures that it takes in order to make a day like this happen is extensive. And so with that, I reflecting back and speaking with Scott very early on the path forward, I can tell you that although not impossible, it definitely had its share of challenges ahead. But Scott had a mission, and he had the determination to move forward. And because of that, my inspectors and his staff have worked tirelessly over the last few months in order to make, dot all the I's and cross all the T's and make today happen. So Scott, I'm not sure where you're at, but I wanted to thank you. There you are, sir. I wanted to thank you because there's been a ton of communication over the last few months, and you were extremely receptive of all the input and advice that we had, and what a testament to what collaboration can do. And I'm very thankful for you for doing that. I look forward to working with you in the future. And to our new partners, JetBlue, welcome to Presque Isle. It's great to know you. I'm looking forward to know you and as we work forward. And so with that said, on behalf of TSA, I want to congratulate PQI and JetBlue. We look forward, my screening officers there in the rear that you see every day. We look forward to continuing to serve this community with honor, integrity, and professionalism, and ensure the safety of the traveling public as they pass through this airport and on to their final destination. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Oscar. And at this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Kevin Freeman, the chair of the Presque Isle City Council, up to say a few words.
Thank you, sir.
Well, everybody's been pretty brief in their remarks, and I'm going to try to mimic that as well. We seem to be a little bit ahead of schedule this evening. It's a privilege for me to be standing here today to welcome our new air service partner to our region, JetBlue. JetBlue, as was said before, is the first direct mainline carrier to service northern Maine since Delta left in 1979. In the brief time I have interacted with JetBlue's management team, 3 words come to mind: professional, caring, creative. You just heard the remarks from Jeff Goodell, their Vice President of Government and Airport Affairs. Jeff and his JetBlue team have been professional in their willingness to do their absolute best to bring a new air service partnership to our airport, to identify potential issues and to solve them in a timely manner. JetBlue has been working on a proposal for our area for many years, and today we are here to celebrate that reality. Having one of the company's top VP people here in person is a testament to how much JetBlue cares about this new air service from Presque Isle to Boston Logan International. Being a new mainline carrier, JetBlue has the flexibility to be creative and that it can anticipate market opportunities for air service to our area. A good example of this is already announced aircraft upgrade in year 2 of the contract. Like our city manager just said, out on the ramp right now, big plane. We're getting a bigger one, thanks to the creativity and the ability of this airline to manage expectations in the future. We'll be going from this 190 Embraer to a 100-seat aircraft to a brand new Airbus 220, which will house another 40 people each flight. They know the potential that this area offers in terms of passenger demand. We've seen the data as well. I'm confident JetBlue will continue to be creative and react as passenger demand and boardings continue to increase in the future. As chairman of the Presque Isle City Council, once again, it's a privilege to welcome JetBlue to our northern Maine community. On behalf of the other 6 city councilors, the airport management team, and our municipal team here in Presque Isle, we look forward to this new partnership and working with our new air service provider for the foreseeable future. And I'd like to close by saying something from the county. JetBlue, welcome to the county.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you for those remarks. Before we close, I do just once again want to ask everyone if we could please thank, as Jeff said earlier, when you give Scott Wardwell a mission, you will accomplish it. You will land on the moon. And, if we could one more time, just a really big round of applause for Scott and his family for all that they put into this while he comes up here. Thank you. Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you,
me. Yeah, this, I thank you for all of the appreciations. This has been an epic journey. When we started this journey, we had beach 1900s. We were arguing about trying to just get a bathroom on the airplane, let alone what we have today. And really, in any kind of epic journey, you're having a hard time hearing me?
Yeah, back here. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Wow, nobody ever said that before. So anyway, along the journey, you have people that you meet and people who basically carry you on that journey. This journey started with Northwest Airlines. That was the very first headquarters meeting that I attended, and one of Maine's superb politicians, John Richardson, who has just recently passed away, he actually joined us out in Minneapolis on what turned out to be a ill-fated mission, because we arrived the same day that oil passed $110 a barrel. So, but John was here in 2018 when we welcomed United Airlines and jet service back to Presque Isle for the first time since 1978. And I thought it fitting that his family actually provide a few words. And I'm gonna read those words to you. And this is from John Richardson's son, John Richardson Jr. Apologies for not being able to join in person, as today is my wife and I's anniversary. We want to let you know that the Richardson family is sincerely thankful that you all continue to honor our father's memory. Since his passing in 2020, Speaker John Richardson came from a family deeply involved in air traffic control and the Federal Aviation Administration. Actually, the first time I met John Richardson, I had lunch with him. He actually identified himself as the black sheep of the family. He became a lawyer. Everybody else in his family was in aviation. So he had a tough time, certainly at family gatherings. But his son continues, it is my belief that Dad saw the plan presented by the Presque Isle Airport team and its many supporters to bring passenger service to the gateway of northern Maine as a chance to better connect Maine to opportunities abroad and likewise share with our visitors what makes our home so special. It is only right to celebrate the continuation of that opportunity to connect communities and recognize that it's through the dedication of committed public servants like my father and the many others that ensure these efforts continue. And that was John Richardson's son. Along that journey, not too many years ago, I had Baptist Park, the gentleman who runs Baptist Park, come to me with an idea of having a flight camp during the summer as part of Baptist Park. And I said, sounds like a great idea. The FAA really supports aviation education. Little did I know at that time that at that camp there would be a young man named Matt. And it's just so perfect, the story. Matt actually went on to pursue a career in the airline industry, and he went to work for JetBlue. We went a number of years where we would ask for a meeting with JetBlue, and finally, one year we were granted it. And I called my air service consultant up and I said, Jack, I said,
do you know anything about this? Why are they all of a sudden gonna meet with us? He said, absolutely not. It's a surprise to me. So we went to the conference, and if you've never been to one of these airline conferences, it's like going to a high school dance where there isn't enough girls. I mean, there's just all kinds of airports, but there's very few airlines. And Jack and I came to the JetBlue table, and I started to introduce myself. And this young man said, "Oh, we know who you are. We've been waiting for Presque Isle." I looked at Jack and I said, "Wow." I said, "I've never had a reception like this." And so, so at that point, Matt kind of described the story, and I think it really tells when you think you're doing something nice for somebody else, it often comes back tenfold, because you know, we helped the camp out. We didn't really intend on any kind of return on that, but it was massive because Matt played a key role in this journey. He talked about Presque Isle to the network planning leadership, and over time he was able to convince his colleagues, and really that led to the opportunity to have JetBlue come here. The last step in the journey of bringing JetBlue here actually happened in the last 4 months. TSA was just totally incredible. Oscar, he had a mission too, and his mission was to make sure that if JetBlue was willing to come to Presque Isle, that TSA and the security level wasn't going to stand in the way of that. But it still meant we had a lot of work to do. The airport team came together and really worked hard as a team. They actually constructed the temporary structure out here that is going to allow us to see 80 people. They did all kinds of things to get ready for the TSA security inspection that partially happened last week. This week coming, it'll be more in depth. But it's a journey that essentially has had a lot of players, and even beyond the airport team, the fire department, the police department, the facilities department, they all contributed in making this day happen. So I am grateful to all of those people that helped along the journey.
Very, very well said, Scott. Thank you so much. Folks, that is the end of our welcome. Just want to say thank you all very much for coming out. Again, welcome to JetBlue. Welcome to the JetBlue team. Welcome to our visitors to Presque Isle. Presque Isle, we are the hub of Aroostook County, and we are the aviation gateway to northern Maine. So we're looking forward to welcoming new folks in and seeing our community members as they come on back. So very excited. If I were you, I'd get on those $29 fares because I'm going now. Thank you all so much and have a great afternoon.
To watch the trip report of the inaugural flight up to Presque Isle, Maine, as well as the return flight in the morning, please click the link in the description below.